a copy of the score sheet so that they'll know exactly what their damage total will be. We don't really know when Dan and I are going to bowl yet. It'll be sometime in the next couple of weeks, but I think we are going to have at least a few witnesses there, because there is always the chance that I could win, and we got to have some witnesses on hand.
Just listen for the thunder, that's all. Now, may I interject that was pathetic. Simply pathetic. That was a swan song if I ever heard it. God.
Obviously, this psychological warfare is affecting you already. John Potorski with a 3-pin lead going into Game 3. Oh, he makes the cut shot for the 10. Fine shot on the 2 and the 6. Worth another look. Just catching the back of the 6-pin.
I don't expect this match to be much more than 3 or 4 pins all the way down now.
It's been single figures the whole way through. Neither bowler has been able to really grab an advantage.
It's the shots that each bowler is saying to themselves, I can't make a mistake now. I have to make the ones that are there and maybe make a couple cut shots, the ones you don't expect to make. 3-6.
Mark number 9 for John Potorski. All but one of them have been spares. Pat Pay.
4 horsemen left and the 9-pin in the back. No wood. Ooh, just sliding by that head pin.
Looked pretty good other than that. And it's still there. $9.
Of course, that adds 1 pin more to John's lead because he is opposite the 10 box by John Potorski. On target, half push to right.
Playing it inside and almost converting. Am I right in saying that years ago, 10, 15 years ago maybe, you hardly ever saw anyone play a shot like that on the inside, and now everybody's doing it?
Yeah, I think if you don't play it on the inside, you're more tendency to leave the 5-pin standing. For some reason, the ball's going away, where if you play the head pin does much more damage flying around. I think that's the thinking behind it all.
But it's interesting how that whole strategy has changed over the years. You didn't see that many people trying that years ago. Not quite for John. After the 6 fill on the spare, increasing his lead to 10.
And refuses to leave anything standing. 10 box, spare 6, 10.
Oh, big first ball. That time kicks it out to strike. Oh, when the 5-pin fell over, it fell right on top of a piece of dead wood, and it deflected it into the 8. Watch.
You're absolutely right. Look like the 5-8 here. There goes the 5, and a piece of wood comes rolling over and nudge it into the 8-pin for the strike. And now the pressure is clearly on Pat Pay. 1, 2, 4, and 10. Not an easy spare leave.
Oh,
dropped that ball almost right on the foul line, maybe even a little bit behind it. Oh, that's what he wanted to do. Nice 10 box, but needs marks. Lead remains 10 for John Potorski, but he also has a strike posted already in the 4th.
Triangle for Pat. 3, 5, 6. That's a big spare right there. We'll take a break with 6 boxes to go. Each bowler with a mark up in the 4th. John Potorski's lead is 10. We'll be back for the rest of this semifinal match after these words. John Potorski leading by 10 and working on a strike. Looking for a double.
Oh. That ball broke into the 1-2 pocket, but nice and tight, and looked like the 5-10 at first. 5 went down, but that close to a double strike. Now, I think the wood is deep enough so he can actually use it if he's to the right of the red line. Yes, sir. Spare on strike.
$11 marks now for John. He had 20 last week. A little full that time.
2, 4, and 10. However, piece of wood out in front. Looks like the wood could take those 2, and the ball might take the 10. Oh, he's too high.
Just a little bit too high.
With his reaction, I guess he was playing it that way. I would have tried to carry the ball off that wood, but by his reaction, he was playing the cap. And again, he makes me look bad.
And the 10. So at least a bit of an opening for Pat Pay as he steps up working on a spare. He's opposite a spare, but then the open box after that. Pat can't afford to let it get too much farther out of hand now.
Well, the 7 fill is a good fill on the spare. However, he's looking at the 6, 7, 10. And a couple pieces of wood over near the 7 pin, but it doesn't look like either one of them is going to help. It's coming off the wall.
Oh, what a shot! Oh, yeah!
Oh, my! Oh, my!
No wood necessary on that shot.
Inside of the 6 pin, off the wall. What a shot.
Mark that one down. A little star next to that mark.
Seems a shame. You should get like 5 or 6 automatically on a shot like that, plus what you get in the next ball.
Not this time. Pat actually losing ground here with the 5 fill. In spite of the spectacular spare, he now trails by 16 with 4 boxes to go. John Potorski looking for his 2nd straight win. For the spare, no, on the 7.
Looking for a 2nd straight win and a chance, or at least put himself in a position to possibly become the next Tournament of Champion qualifier. However, standing in his way, or in the way of one of these bowlers, is Bob Kelly.
Oh, big ball that time for John, and it'll be the 4 pin.
Well, the 8th box, always pivotal box going down the stretch, and he's got a mark in it right now.
His 12th mark overall. Pat Pay has 10, and he could use a couple right here. Already trailing by 16. He's opposite an open frame, and he'll have a triangle right in the center of the lane.
5, 8, and 9. Ooh.
No.
A little full on the 5, didn't carry the 8 pin. Can gain 1 and count, but he needs marks. 15 is the lead.
Now he really almost has to put one up here to match John's.
15 is 2 mark deficit. He's got 1 facing him now, so another triangle.
This time with some wood to help. Piece of wood frozen on the back of the 5 pin, it appears. The 2, 4, and 5, and again the same pin. This time the 4 pin stays up, but the left pin of the triangle comes up and bites Pat both times.
His only hope now is to have John not fill this mark.